never breaking down. Keep it locked inside, don't make a sound. But I've been carrying weight I can't sustain, trading my truth just to hide the pain. No more masks, no more walls. Time to answer when my purpose calls. This is real talk, no filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains that held me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart.
Let me ask you something. What if you get everything that you're chasing and it still doesn't feel like enough? What if you climb the ladder, hit the goals, make the money, get the title, earn the respect, build the life that everyone said would make you happy? And when you get there, when you finally arrive, you realize it doesn't feel the way that you thought it would. You thought success would feel like relief, like arrival, like finally being enough. But instead, it feels hollow, empty, like you're still searching for something that you can't name. So you set another goal, chase another achievement, convince yourself that the next level will be the one that finally satisfies, the next promotion, the next milestone, the next accomplishment. But it never does because you're not chasing success, you're chasing worthiness. And no amount of achievement can give you that. I'm Angela Armstrong, and this is Man Enough Real Talk. Today, we're talking about when success feels empty, the achievement trap nobody warns you about, the moment you realize you've been climbing the wrong ladder. If you've accomplished things that should make you feel proud, but you feel unfulfilled still. If you're successful on paper, but empty inside. If you're wondering why nothing you achieve ever feels like enough, then this episode is for you. Let's talk about the lie that you've been sold. The lie that says your worth is measured by your achievements, that success equals value, that if you just accomplish enough, earn enough, achieve enough, you'll finally feel like you're enough. So you've been chasing for years, maybe decades. You set goals and you hit them. You work harder than anyone around you. You've sacrificed sleep, time with family, your health, your peace, because you believe that success is the answer, that achievement will prove your worth, that when you finally arrive, you'll feel complete. But here's what nobody told you. Achievement doesn't create worth. It reveals the lack of it. Because when you base your value on what you accomplish, you create a trap. Every achievement becomes temporary. Every success becomes insufficient. Every goal you hit just moves the finish line further away. You get the promotion, and instead of feeling satisfied, you immediately start thinking about the next one. You hit the income goal, and instead of celebrating, you raise the bar. You accomplish something significant, and instead of feeling proud, you minimize it and focus on what's next. Because deep down, you don't believe you're enough. So no amount of achievement will ever feel like enough. This is the achievement trap, and it's killing you. Let me tell you what this looks like in real life. You build a successful career, you make good money, you have the title, the respect, the reputation. From the outside, you've made it, but inside you feel empty. You feel like you're performing success instead of experiencing it. You feel like you're one mistake away from everyone realizing you're a fraud. You provided for your family, your kids have everything that they need, your partner doesn't have to worry about money. You've done what you're supposed to do, but you still don't feel connected to them. You don't feel present. You feel like you're working for a life that you're not actually living. You've achieved things other people dream about, things that should make you proud. But when people congratulate you, you feel nothing. Or worse, you feel like a fraud, like you don't deserve the recognition. Like if they really really knew you, they'd see you're not that impressive. You keep setting new goals because the old ones didn't deliver what you thought they would. You thought success would bring peace, but it didn't. You thought achievement would bring fulfillment. It didn't. You thought reaching the top would make you feel secure. It didn't. So you keep climbing, keep chasing, keep achieving, because stopping means facing the truth that you've been running towards something that was never going to satisfy you. And here's the hard part, you can't admit this to anyone because you're supposed to be grateful. You're supposed to be proud. You're supposed to feel accomplished. Admitting that success feels empty sounds ungrateful, entitled, weak. So you just keep pretending, keep performing, keep smiling while you're dying inside from the emptiness of it all. So, why doesn't success satisfy you? Let's start with the foundation. You were taught that your value is in what you do, not who you are. That being a man means achieving, providing, performing. That your worth is measured by your productivity, your income, your accomplishments. So you built this identity on achievement. Every success became proof of your value. Every failure became proof of your inadequacy. Your entire sense of self became tied to what you accomplished. And that's the problem because achievement is external, it's temporary, it's never enough. You can't build a stable identity on something that's constantly shifting. Here's what happens, you achieve something. For a moment, you feel good, you feel valuable, you feel like you're enough, but that feeling fades fast and you're left chasing the next achievement to get that feeling back. You're not chasing success, you're chasing the temporary relief from the belief that you're not enough. Then there's the fact that you're chasing goals that aren't actually yours. You're chasing what you were told success looks like, what society says matters, what your father expected, what your peers are doing, what will make other people respect you. But you never stop to ask what you actually want. What actually matters to you? What would make you feel more meaningful in your life, not just impressive? So you're climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. You're working towards a version of success that was never going to fulfill you because it was never actually yours. Then there's the sacrifice. You've given up so much to achieve what you've achieved: time with your family, your health, your hobbies, your friendships, your peace. You told yourself it would be worth it, that once you reach your goals, you'd have time for those things, and you never do because the goals keep moving and the sacrifices keep adding up, and you're left with success that costs you everything that actually matters. Then there's the isolation that comes with success. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. You can't talk about your struggles because people think you have it all figured out. You can't admit you're unfulfilled because people think you're ungrateful. You can't be vulnerable because people expect you to be strong. So you're successful and isolated, accomplished and alone, respected and unknown. Then there's the comparison trap. You achieve something significant, and instead of celebrating, you immediately compare yourself to someone who's achieved more. You make six figures, but someone else makes seven. You get promoted, but someone else got promoted faster. You accomplish something impressive, but it's not as impressive as what someone else did. So your achievements never feel like they're enough because you're always measuring yourself against someone else's highlight reel. And finally, there's the fact that achievement doesn't address the core wound, the belief that you're not enough, the fear that you're inadequate, the shame that you've been carrying since childhood. You thought success would heal that wound, that if you just achieved enough, you'd finally feel worthy. But achievement doesn't heal wounds, it just distracts from them. And when the distraction fades, the wound is still there. That's why success feels empty. because you're trying to use external achievement to fix an internal problem, and it doesn't work. So, how do you define success? You have to define it by first having to separate your worth from your achievements because your value is not in what you do, it's in who you are. You're not your job title, you're not your income, you're not your accomplishments. You are a human being with inherent worth that exists independent of what you have achieved. This is hard to accept because you've spent your whole life believing the opposite. But it's the truth, and until you accept it, no amount of success will ever feel like you're enough. Second, you have to be honest about what you actually want, not what you're supposed to want, not what would impress other people. What actually matters to you? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of relationship do you want to have? What kind of person do you want to be? What will make you feel fulfilled, not just successful? And these are hard questions because answering them honestly might mean admitting that what you've been chasing doesn't actually matter to you, that you've been living someone else's definition of success. But you have to ask them because you can't build a fulfilling life on someone else's values. Third, you have to redefine what success means. Stop measuring success by external achievements and start measuring it by internal alignment with you and your core values. Are you living according to your core values? Are you present in your relationships? Are you taking care of your health? Are you doing work that matters to you? Are you becoming the kind of person that you respect? That's success, not title, not income, not the accolades, the alignment between who you are and how you're living. Fourth, you have to address the core wound, the belief that you're not enough, the shame you've been carrying, the fear that you're inadequate. This requires more than achievement. This requires healing, therapy, self-compassion, doing the internal work to understand where that belief came from in the first place and why you've been trying to prove it wrong through achievement. You can't achieve your way out of shame. You have to heal your way out. Fifth, you have to learn to celebrate without immediately moving to the next goal. When you achieve something, stop and acknowledge it. Let yourself feel proud. Don't minimize it, don't compare it, and don't immediately focus on what's next. Just be present with what you've accomplished. Let it matter. Let it be enough, even if just for a moment. Six, you have to reconnect with what you sacrificed, the relationships, the health, the hobbies, the parts of your life that you put on hold while you were chasing success. Because it's not too late. You can rebuild those connections. You can prioritize your health. You can invest in relationships. And you can create space for things that bring you joy instead of just accomplishment. But you have to choose it. You have to decide that your life is more important than your resume. Seventh, you have to get comfortable with being instead of just doing. You spent your whole life in motion, achieving, producing, performing. You don't know how to just be. And that's where fulfillment lives, not in the next achievement, in the present moment, in connection, in rest, in presence. You have to learn to value yourself when you're not producing, to be okay with stillness, to find worth in who you are, not just what you do. And finally, you have to give yourself permission to want something different, to change direction, to walk away from success that doesn't fulfill you, to redefine what matters. This might mean making changes that don't make sense to other people, taking a pay cut for more meaningful work, stepping back from a career that's impressive but unfulfilling, choosing presence over productivity. People might not understand. They might think you're crazy for walking away from the success that you're doing or accomplish, but they're not living your life. You are. And you deserve a life that feels meaningful, not just impressive. Let's do a power pause right now. Take a deep breath with me in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. Do that 2 more times. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Out through your mouth for 4. One more time. In through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Out through your mouth for 4. Now, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. Question 1. If nobody knew what I accomplished, would I still want the life I've been building? Question 2. What have I sacrificed for success that I actually miss? I want you to sit with these questions for a few moments and let the truth come up. Whatever came up, that's real, and it deserves your attention. All right, brothers. Empty success is not your fault. You were taught to measure your worth by your achievements. You were taught that success equals value. You were taught to chase external validation instead of internal fulfillment. But you don't have to keep climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. You can redefine your success. You can build a life that's meaningful, not just impressive. You can separate your worth from your achievements and find fulfillment in who you are, not just what you do. Here's what I want you to do this week. First, I want you to write down what success actually means to you, not what you've been told it should mean, what it actually means to you. What will make your life feel fulfilling? Second, I want you to identify one thing that you've sacrificed for success that you want back. It can be a relationship, a hobby, your health, time for rest. And I want you to take one small step to reclaim it this week. Third, I want you to practice celebrating one accomplishment without immediately moving to the next goal. I want you to let that be enough. Let yourself feel proud just for a moment. You can email me at angela@calibratedresilience.com. Tell me about your empty success. Tell me what you've been chasing that doesn't fulfill you. Tell me what you actually want. You don't have to keep performing a life that doesn't satisfy you. Remember that your worth is not in what you achieve, it's in who you are. And you deserve a life that feels meaningful, not just impressive. You can go to take the mission readiness check at www.missionreadinesscheck.org. You can get your archetype and make an appointment with me. To dig deeper into your Caliber DNA archetype or to take the Calibrate Metrics assessment and find out your resilience scores, go to calibratedresilience.org. To find out more about Calibrated Resilience, you can go to calibratedresilience.com. Follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok at Angela R. Strong, Instagram, Angela_R_strong, and YouTube under Calibrated Resilience to watch my videos. And remember this, you are not your achievements. You're not your job title. You're not your income. You are a human being with inherent worth. And no amount of success can give you what you already have. Stop climbing, start living. Engineer your unbreakable. I'm Angela R. Strong, and this is Man Enough Real Talk.
Learned resilience in the fire and the fight. But real courage shows up in the quiet night. When I choose to feel instead of running away. When I speak my mind and mean what I say. No more silence, no more shame. Time to step into a different game. Real talk, no filter, no facade. Man enough to face the truth, however hard. Breaking chains to help me back from who I am. Standing in my power with an open hand. Real talk, this is where we start. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough to lead with heart. Stop, breathe, choose. The power's mine. Calibrated strength one day at a time. From chaos to clarity, I'm finding my way. This is my resilience, this is my day. This is real talk, raw and unafraid. Man enough to grow through every choice I've made right. Rising from the struggle into who I'm meant to be. Owning every scar, that set me free. Real talk, this is my heart. Man enough to lead with heart. Man enough, real talk. Oh, 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 real talk. Oh, man enough, real talk.